What is up, guys? It's JSLX. Come with a video they might not be expecting. This is mostly, well, only really a Tekken 5DR YouTube channel. But I actually play a bunch of different fighting games. I love Guilty Gear. I like BlazBlue. Basically any anime fighter I like to play. Um, Street Fighter. So I play a lot of different games. And so I was really excited for Avatar. And right now I've been playing the beta. I probably have like 7 or so hours in it. So I just want to give my first impressions. And so we'll play some replays on here, and I'll just kind of talk about it. So the best comparator I can give for this game is like Melty Blood or Guilty Gear or BlazBlue. It plays like an anime game. But what you'll see here as I missed that combo, what you'll see here is that kind of different from anime games is that there's really no hard knockdowns, and that's like, I think that's why I'm loving this game so much, because the neutral is so fast, the movement is so strong, with the flow mechanic and things like that, that there's just so much of the game to play. You're not ever really guessing on wake up. You may sometimes, but not really. To get a hard knockdown, you need to do a super. Otherwise, there really is no hard knockdown. And I think that lets the game, the crazy neutral of it, really shine. You know. And so it feels like Guilty Gear or BlazBlue or something like that, but without kind of the the oaky BS that you have to deal with all the time. It's more about the scrambly fun, And yeah, that's just made it so much fun. Another thing that it's really, really what I like a lot is, I mean, you'll see on my channel, I only play Ganryu. I've only done videos on Ganryu. And that's because as a fighting game player, I've always had this tendency to I just stick with one character. And it's not because I'm like a super loyalist. It's really usually because in a roster, I only really like one or two characters. Right here I'm playing Korra, but he's playing Zuko with the Mai variant. I love playing Zuko. I love playing Zuko. I love playing Korra. I love playing Aang. I've literally played everybody, and I like them all. They're so good. They made these characters so well. Literally everybody is so fun and has so much different things to do. I've never felt this way about a fighting game before. I've never had a fighting game where I've tried every character and gone, geez, I don't know who to pick. I mean, everybody's so much fun. And it's partly because every character has 3 different variations. And if you ever played Melty Blood, it's kind of like that, but it's not as game-changing as Melty Blood's. Like, Melty Blood's characters, there's 3 different characters and 3 different variations, right? And they're all extremely different. This game, they're not really extremely different, but they do change. Like, for example, like, each variant has, like, combos that only they can do. So it is different. And then, another thing, if I had one complaint, I guess you could say, is that we have these 2 system mechanics, flow and karma, and flow is used for the movement and karma is used for like EX and supers and things like that. The one thing I'd change is I wish they would put a burst in this game, because I think the damage when you use a lot of your resources is really high, like maybe a little too high. And I think a burst would just, it wouldn't technically solve the damage problem. I don't want to say there's a problem, but it's just high damage. But it would give you one more shot. And so, my sort of idea is let there be a burst. You can use it once per round, and it takes off 4 little pips of karma, and it puts you in unbalanced, which is when you have no flow. So that would be my idea for a burst mechanic in this game, which I think would be great. If they added a burst, I think this game would be perfect. Like, literally perfect. You can see I'm not very good at this game yet. I'm getting there. To be fair, this is like my first match just playing Korra, so. But yeah, I mean, and the smart thing that these developers did. This game is $30. Alright, every other fighting game, at least now, is like at least 60. And I guess it's because it's a smaller studio. I think they could have made this game $60, and it's worth the price. I mean, it's that good. But at $30, this game's a steal. This game's like literally a steal. And yeah, I mean, I think if you try this game, you won't be disappointed. If you like 2D fighters, you are not going to be disappointed with this game. It's so open-ended. There's so many different things you can do with each character. I really don't think you have to play the character in the same way. You know, if you meet one Zuko and you meet another, they're gonna play differently. You know what I mean? And I think that's a sign of a very well-made characters. That's a cool drop kick. I think that's a sign of a very well-made character when you can play them in different ways. Well, that's just my initial kind of impressions of the game so far. Uh, Summarizing, it plays like an anime game, but without all of the ridiculous, guessing on wake up, and it's more geared towards the neutral and the scrambling nature of the game that they made with the movement and stuff like that. So, I'd like to make some future videos on the mechanics of it, and maybe even analysis videos in the same way of T5DR. So, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.